hot because of the vehicle and their linkage to the vehicle.
Illinois passes a state budget for the first time in 2 years. The budget initially passed the state legislature, but was then vetoed by the governor. On Thursday, the Illinois House of Representatives voted to override the veto. Democratic Illinois State Representative David Harris was one of the 71 lawmakers to vote in favor of the override.
The state is imploding financially, and action is required.
Mike Rayleigh, NTN News.
We are country at its best with a blend of yesterday's memories. WCAB, Rutherfordton.
From ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. World leaders in Hamburg, Germany, meeting and greeting this past hour at the G20 summit in the room together for their first face-to-face, President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin. The two leaders will square off for talks behind closed doors later this morning. ABC's Karen Travers is there.
President Trump and President Putin greeting each other with handshakes and exchanging pleasantries, each saying they look forward to sitting down together later this morning. That's according to a spokesman for the Russian president. The brief encounter came at a welcome ceremony for the G20 summit here in Hamburg. Mr. Trump and Mr. Putin sat at the same table with German Chancellor Angela Merkel. Karen Travers, ABC News, traveling with the president in Hamburg, Germany.
As leaders gathered, protesters are out marching again today following clashes last night with police. A scare for passengers on board a Delta flight last night after an unruly passenger caused a plane heading to Beijing to return to Seattle. ABC's Alex Stone has details.
On board the plane, we're told passengers jumped in to help a flight attendant who was being assaulted in the first-class cabin. It happened about 45 minutes into the flight. Delta says the passenger was restrained on board. Back on the ground, that person was questioned by the FBI. One flight attendant and a passenger were injured.
ABC's Alex Stone. Officers around the country marking a painful anniversary today. 5 police officers were gunned down in an ambush 1 year ago.
It was near the end of a peaceful protest against police brutality, and Micah Johnson opened fire.
This was a well-planned, well-thought-out, evil tragedy.
The 365 days since the shooting have brought some changes in public attitudes. But some officers say they aren't feeling the love from higher-ups in their own department.
The people who we think are behind us, they're behind us up to a point.
Hundreds of the city's first responders have left over low pay and uncertainty about their pensions.
ABC's Jim Ryan, you're listening to ABC News.
Finding great candidates to hire can be, well, like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter is different. It doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them. With its powerful technology, ZipRecruiter distributes your job everywhere it needs to be to find the right candidates. In fact, over 80% of jobs on ZipRecruiter get a qualified candidate in just 1 day. So, while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, only ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
Used by businesses of all sizes, ZipRecruiter offers the most qualified job candidates with immediate results. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter free. That's right, free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/ABC Radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ABC Radio for your free trial. ZipRecruiter.com/ABC Radio. Making healthy choices now can mean independence later. ABC's Dave Schreiber explains.
Researchers in Sweden tracked hundreds of men over age 70, following them over 16 years to see who would be independent at age 85 or older. Those who never smoked in their life, stuck to a Mediterranean-type diet, and were not overweight tended to enjoy more independence in their later years as well as longer life overall. These steps are available to anyone. The study appears in the Journal of American Society of Geriatrics. Dave Schreiber, ABC News.
Friday night's Mega Millions drawing is back in Illinois after lawmakers overcame long odds to pass a budget.
When Illinois lawmakers failed to pass a budget for a third straight year on June 30th, it meant the state no longer had the authority to pay Powerball and Mega Millions jackpot winners in the state. So the two massive lottery games pulled out. But Senate President John Cullerton said when a budget deal was passed, authority would be restored. Report.
This budget has immediate effect.
The Illinois Lottery announced Thursday night Mega Millions and Powerball jackpot ticket sales have resumed. Ryan Burrow, ABC News, Chicago.
Tesla announcing it's teamed up with a French company to build a 100-megawatt battery farm in Australia. It will become the largest lithium-ion battery system in the world and could be done within 100 days. This is ABC News.
A great holiday starts with great sleep. The kind you get every night on a Beauty Rest mattress. The only one featuring Beauty Rest pocketed coral technology for conforming support and motion separation. Sleep better for less during the Beauty Rest 4th of July savings event. Get a free box spring or savings of up to $800 on a Beauty Rest Smart Motion base. Hurry in today. Find a retailer at BeautyRestRetailers.com.
ABC News.
You know, Oakland Feed and Seed, Oakland Road in Spindale, has been part of the family for years. Your granddad, your dad, and now this generation is depending on the great inventory, excellent service, and better pricing. Listen to some of these items we need probably right about now. 10-10-10 fertilizer, $9.50 a bag. Dog food, fire and ant killer in spray and granular, flea and tick prevention, carpenter bee traps, weed killer, and so much more. Go see Scott and his team today at 770 Oakland Road, Spindale, and keep the family tradition going.
Another summer-like day today. Mostly sunny skies with some late-day showers and thunderstorms possible. High temperatures will climb into the lower 90s. Overnight tonight into Friday morning, some storms possible early on, then partly cloudy, muggy, and warm with temperatures in the low to mid-70s. Saturday, partly cloudy skies with some scattered showers and thunderstorms late in the day. High temperatures climb back into the lower 90s. For the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Amy Wilmoth in the Weather Center.
Thanks very much, Amy. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Friday. It is finally Friday, friends. Fantastic Friday it is. 7 of the month, 7/7/17 this morning. 6 minutes after, and it's 70 degrees. A lot of sevens in the forecast this morning. And we're getting up to about 88 for our daytime high with a 30% chance of showers. Looking toward the Saturday and Sunday, looks like Sunday's going to be mostly sunny. No rain in that forecast. Highs around 86. Then on Monday, we only have a 20% chance of isolated showers with highs around 88. 90 again on Tuesday, 88 Wednesday, and 86 on Thursday. 88 today, and then on Saturday, 90. So the temperature is going to stay up there. The humidity is going to be up there, too. Maybe not as bad as it has been, but it's still summertime. Summertime. Now I have these death announcements this morning. Ruth Bridges Ledbetter, age 74, of McCraw Road, Henrietta, passed away Monday at Rutherford Regional Medical Center. In honor of the family's wishes, no formal services will be conducted. Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Services has been entrusted with the arrangements for Ruth Bridges Ledbetter. James Samuel Beeson, age 61, of Rutherfordton, passed away Sunday, June 30th. A memorial service will be held 11 o'clock today at the Rutherfordton Presbyterian Church with the Dr. Don Schofield officiating. The family will receive friends 1 hour prior to the service in the garden room of the church. Crow's Mortuary is assisting the family of James Samuel Beeson. William Francis Good, 92, of Rutherfordton, died Wednesday at White Oak Manor. Funeral services will be held 2 p.m. Saturday at Mount Vernon Baptist Church with Dr. Scott Courtney officiating. Concluding services will follow in the church cemetery with military honors provided by the Rutherford County Honor Guard. The family will receive friends 1 hour prior to the service at the church. Crow's Mortuary is assisting the family of William Francis Good. Corinne Devon Terry Schuster, 98, of Bethlehem Community in Alexander County, passed away at her home on Tuesday. The family will receive friends at Gants Grove Baptist Church in Mooresboro Saturday, July 8th at 2 o'clock. The funeral service will follow at 3 o'clock. Reverend Robert Lane and Chaplain John Robbins will officiate. Burial will follow in the church cemetery. Eggers Funeral Home of Cliffside is serving the family of Corinne Devon Terry Schuster. Susanna Sue Phillips, age 58, passed away Sunday, July 2nd. The family will receive friends in the Parma Heights Baptist Church, 8971 West Ridgewood Drive, Saturday, July the 8th, from 9:30 until time of service at 11 o'clock. Then on Tuesday, July the 11th at 11 o'clock, a service at Chimney Rock Baptist Church and Cemetery in Lake Lure. Crow's Mortuary is assisting the family of Susanna Sue Phillips. Those are the death announcements we have in-house this morning. For complete information on these and others that may come in, you can tune in this morning at 11:35 and then again at 5:10 as part of the afternoon report for the complete information on these death announcements. Well, the Owls had a good night last night in the park there in Forest City. They beat Gastonia 13-1. In other words, they sort of stumped on them. Owls 13, Gastonia 1. We carried that game live here on the radio. Tonight is Braves night. Braves and the Washington Nationals will pick up a pregame following News 13 at 6.
When Hugo Chavez assumed power in Venezuela, American liberals could not wait to visit him and pay their respects. Chavez seized private businesses, putting them under government control, and the left applauded. He stacked the high court with loyalists, he changed the Constitution to maintain power indefinitely, and they applauded. When Chavez and Fidel Castro plotted to spread socialism throughout South America, they applauded. When Chavez died, Oliver Stone, Michael Moore, and Danny Glover issued public statements hailing the dictator as a social justice champion. Sean Penn attended Chavez's funeral, claiming America had lost a friend it never knew it had. Penn predicted that Chavez's successor, Nicolas Maduro, would continue the revolution under his proven leadership. And he was right. Maduro did continue what Chavez started. Today, Venezuela is in shambles. People are literally starving. The oil-rich nation cannot afford to keep the lights on. Mass protests break out routinely and are routinely met with violence from the socialist government. Even though the people elected an opposition Congress to usher in reforms, the Chavez-stacked courts block them at every turn. Well, things got worse this week. A pro-government mob broke into Venezuela's Congress armed with clubs. They beat opposition members bloody while government security stood by and watched. Real violence, not media-hyped threat on Twitter. The only question I have is, are American liberals still applauding?
Finding great candidates to hire can be, well, like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter is different. It doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them. With its powerful technology, ZipRecruiter distributes your job everywhere it needs to be to find the right candidates. In fact, over 80% of jobs on ZipRecruiter get a qualified candidate in just one day. So, while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, only ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
Used by businesses of all sizes, ZipRecruiter offers the most qualified job candidates with immediate results. And right now you can try ZipRecruiter free. That's right, free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio offer. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio offer for your free trial. ZipRecruiter.com/radio offer.
Reaching 10 counties with the best variety of entertainment and information. This is AM 590, the mighty 590, WCAB.
Sergeant Alberto Velasco faced an uncertain future after serving his country.
At the age of 27, I was involved in a motor vehicle accident. Mentally and physically, I was just done. I don't know where I would be without paralyzed veterans.
Winston Woodard III, Paralyzed Veterans of America.
My job as a service officer is to ensure these veterans have what they need to thrive and move forward with their lives. And we are there providing expertise with VA benefits, assistance, and advocacy.
Thank you, Paralyzed Veterans.
Learn more at pva.org, a public service of Paralyzed Veterans of America.
Hot temperatures on the highway can be brutal on your automobile. RS Speedy Lube is there to help keep your automobile running clean. Keep the oil changed regularly. They'll check the fluids and vacuum the car. Next door, get the service you need on brakes, radiator, exhaust, CV joints, and radiator flush. RS Service Center also includes service on big trucks and campers. For the best car wash, it's the RS Speedy Automatic Car Wash. RS Speedy Lube Service Center is a complete service center inside, outside, and down under Railroad Avenue, Rutherfordton.
You know, you can get in step with what's new in floor covering, and if you'll stop by Southern Carpet, they've got what's new in floor covering, and nothing compares to their personalized in-store attention you get either. When you go in to visit and look around different samples of carpet and floor covering, they don't follow you around like a little puppy dog. They don't back you in the wall. They don't force you into something. No high-pressure selling. They want you to be comfortable with what you buy and what you choose, and I know you'll be comfortable with the end results. Go by to see them at 1512 West Main Street. They're there in Forest City. The phone number is 245-0310. They have a great website you can look up and see some other samples and beautiful displays of their carpet. It's southerncarpet.net. Check on that. More on hand, ready to install high-quality floor products, and you can get in step with what's new and freshen up your place. 1 room or 20, your house you live in, or your house at the beach, or your house in the mountains, wherever you are, they can do a great job for you and be happy to do that. Southern Carpet.
Abelhead Pierce was born in Rhode Island on June 29, 1834. At the age of 20, he stowed away on a schooner and ended up in southern Texas. Abel took a job for a cattleman named Grimes. Starting out doing odd jobs, Abel worked his way up to trail boss, taking cattle to New Orleans. Abelhead Pierce was a 6'5" bearded giant of a man who had a habit of wearing spurs with extra-large rowels and strutting around town. Someone remarked that Abel looked like a Shanghai rooster, and he became Shanghai Pierce. Now that's a name any cowboy would be proud of. After serving in the Civil War, Shanghai returned to Texas and started accumulating cattle. Shanghai took a couple of years out in Texas, supposedly to let things cool down in Texas after lynching a couple of rustlers. He ended up with a 250,000-acre ranch, appropriately called Rancho Grande. Obviously, Shanghai was a major factor in the Texas cattle industry. Looking for cattle that would be resistant to ticks that was causing problems with Texas cattle going north, and a breed that would produce more meat, Shanghai went to Europe and ended up bringing home some Brahma cattle, which he crossed with Texas Longhorn. By the end of the 19th century, Shanghai Pierce's Rancho Grande approached 1 million acres. When Shanghai felt his life was close to coming to an end, he hired a San Antonio sculptor to make a larger-than-life statue of himself to be placed over his grave. Asked why, Shanghai responded, "I knew that if I didn't do it, nobody else would." You've just heard another story from Chronicle of the Old West. I'm Dakota Livesay.
Now let's go to the phones and find out what's been happening around the county the past 24 hours or so. And we stop first with the Sheriff's Department, and Deputy Ensley is on the phone to give us that update. Good morning. How are you doing?
Good, sir. How are you?
Doing great, thanks. Tell us what's been going on.
Past 24 hours, we've had 200 calls, 12 arrests, and 186 incarcerated. And on to arrest reports, we have Alex Owens of Old Mooresboro Road, charged with second-degree kidnapping. Danielle Patterson, Millwood Street, Forest City, charged with felony probation violation. Walker Kirkpatrick, Cedar Street, Social Circle, charged with larceny of motor vehicle, breaking and or entering, larceny after breaking and entering. And Jerome Allen, Gladys Road, Forest City, charged with violation of court order. On to incident report, we have Michael Spain of Sims Sandpit Road. He reported damage to personal property. And Brandon Stratton of Shepherd's Creek Circle, Robeson, reported damage to personal property. And that is it, sir.
All right, we do appreciate the report, and you be safe this weekend.
Thank you, you too.
See you now. Bye. 18 after the hour of 7 o'clock here on the Friday morning edition of the Call Around Report.
The Recliner Center is happy to introduce new styles of Spring Air mattresses. Some come with the cool gel that you're going to love. Remember the days when you could flip your mattress? Well, Spring Air is now offering the flippable mattress. Check out these for a really great night's sleep. The Recliner Center is needing to make room for some new styles of lift chairs, recliners, and sofas, and you're going to get some special deals on the floor models and extra inventory in the store. Now, you always know you get the best deals in town at the Recliner Center, and now's the best time to go shopping. Check on the inventory of new recliners, sofas, and lift chairs coming in. Now, some of the styles have a new water-repellent fabric. Water beads up instead of soaking into the fabric. Leave it to the Recliner Center to offer you the best choices and best prices. Ask to see the new wall hugger style furniture. Hours are Wednesday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturday 9 to 2. The Recliner Center on Cooper's Gap Road in Rutherfordton.
Amanda can now give us a report on the calls received through 911 Communications Center. Good morning, Amanda.
Good morning.
What's on your report over there today?
Well, in the past 24 hours, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office 911 Communications Center has processed 646 911 calls and administrative calls, which consisted of 49 for emergency medical services, 13 for rescue, 200 calls for the Sheriff's Office, 87 for Forest City, 10 for Lake Lure, 31 for Rutherfordton, and 29 for Spindale. Ellenboro Fire Department had a brush fire, Forest City had a motor vehicle crash, Hudlow had a structure fire assisted by Green Hill and Rutherfordton, and Union Mills had a motor vehicle crash, and that is all.
Thanks, Amanda. You have a great weekend.
You too.
Bye.
The breast cancer program at Rutherford Regional Health System is designed to provide each patient with comprehensive and compassionate care. Beyond having state-of-the-art technology for early detection and the most current treatments available for breast cancer, each patient is viewed as an individual. As the treatment for breast cancer becomes increasingly complex, it is important to know that Rutherford Regional is here to provide you with knowledgeable and caring medical professionals who will be with you every step of the way. For more information about the breast care program at Rutherford Regional, log on to www.myrutherfordregional.com/breastcare.
Now, Ruby Taylor can tell us what's been going on in the SDO Fire District. That's the Shiloh, Danieltown, Oakland community. Ruby, good morning.
Good morning.
What's been going on?
I don't reckon anything has. The fire department didn't have any calls. And on my birthday calendar today, I've got Sarah Dooley, Chris Stamey, Vanessa Baynard, and Junior Bagala having birthdays today, and hope they have a nice day. Tomorrow, Opal Mathis and Brenda Dedman having birthdays. Hope they have a nice day. And then Sunday, Chuck Godfrey, Jason Dobbins, and Marvin Green Jr. having birthdays Sunday, and hope they have a nice day. And the signs are in the knees today, tomorrow, and Sunday all. And that's all I've got.
Ruby, I appreciate it. Have a good weekend.
You too, and bye-bye.
Bye. 21 after 7 o'clock right now. We're starting out at 70 right now on our temperature gauge. We'll see how warm it gets throughout today. It looks like it may get up to about 88, but no indication of high humidity. Heat index is not listed as a factor this morning, so maybe it'll stay around 88 throughout today. We'll check that out for you throughout the day. You stay with us.
Health insurance is complicated, and with healthcare reform on the way, it's not getting any simpler. If you've got questions, we've got agents. Your local Farm Bureau insurance agent can walk you through the changes and offer you the right healthcare plan with the right benefits for you. Healthcare may be changing, but our superior service isn't. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
In Rutherford County, please call 287-2428.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc., Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
Well, Homer, I know you have things well under control there at Rumling Ball.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing good so far.
Good. Everything going your way, I guess?
Yeah, things finally slowing down a little bit after the 4th. Had a very busy day up here. Busiest day of the year.
Yeah.
But we're still pretty busy here. There's a lot of people here. It's been going to be a busy weekend. Like I said, the resort's got quite a few people here. The swimming pools has been really packed. The rooms are kind of full. Got a few weddings this weekend. Golf groups as usual. Summer's in full swing up here. Weather-wise, 74 midnight. Currently it is 69. It's kind of sprinkling on the way into work this morning, but it's not really doing anything right now. Been getting a few showers and afternoon pop-up thunderstorms about every day.
Yeah.
kind of cooling things. Been hot, then we get a thunderstorm, and it'll cool things off. So it's been sort of a steady pattern every day. But other than that, things are going good up here, just really, really busy.
All right. Well, keep up the good work, Homer, and I'll check in with you next time.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Bye. Romney Ball, nice and quiet. Good place to be during this time of year. 23 now past 7. It can be a tough call when it comes time to provide daycare services for an aging parent or loved one. Rutherford Life Care can be just what you're looking for. Rutherford Life Care offers adults a safe and fun place during the day for medical monitoring, nutritional meals, and daily activities. Rutherford Life is licensed by the state of North Carolina Division of Aging. Call them today and let them answer questions you may have. That's 288-1697, 288-1697. Rutherford Life offers a staff of professionals who show the love and compassion that you entrust your loved ones to. That's Rutherford Life Care Services, located on Thunder Road, Spindale. Again, that phone number is 288-1697. Well, our ticket is punched to stop off in Hudlow District. Hello. And that's where we stop on Hudlow and say hello to Bob Hodge. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing, Bob?
Oh, we're doing good on this Friday morning.
It's ready for the weekend, huh?
Got the week behind us here and weekend coming up.
I'm ready for it. I don't know about you.
Yeah, we're always ready for that. But yeah, we've been getting them little pop-up thunder showers every evening, so looks like it's gonna be about that way again today there. But look, we'll have a nice weekend. But Jim up here with the fire department, we answered a medical call, and yesterday evening answered a kitchen fire call, the residents on Whitesides Road. And let's say happy birthday to Andy and Regina Walker this morning. I know Andy and Regina Walker wedding anniversary this morning.
Yeah.
And Jim, that's about it. Things are along good and quiet up here this morning.
Well, I hope it stays that way all weekend long and the guys can get some rest.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe so there. It ain't been too bad this week, so that's good.
Good.
And I hope you have a real good weekend.
Thanks, Bob. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bob Hodge reporting out of the Hudlow Fire District.
Stop into Save-A-Lot Grocery and save big money every day. Choose from a variety of name brand merchandise at incredible low prices. Save big on fresh meats, vegetables, pastries, frozen foods, deli items, and so much more. They are located in the White Oaks Plaza in Spindale. Hours are Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. until 9 p.m. and Sunday, 10 a.m. until 8 p.m. That's Save-A-Lot Grocery Store in the White Oaks Plaza in Spindale.
Well, you'll get some sound facts if you'll visit Miracle-Ear office in Forest City or Shelby. You can schedule your free hearing test anytime, too, and Lisa Terry will be glad to work with you in your time frame and get that free hearing test done and find out more about Miracle-Ear. Maybe even ask questions about this Miracle-Ear Genius 2.0 I've been talking about. It's an amazing piece of equipment. Advanced technology, high-def sound quality adapts to your surroundings automatically. Directional focus zeroes in on conversations while reducing distracting background noise. You know how that's been. Feedback cancellation prevents noticeable and embarrassing whistling that can occur in various situations. It eliminates all of that. The Genius Control app allows patients to control the sound from their smartphone. It's an amazing piece of equipment. If it's time for you to do something about your hearing, or you know someone in your family that it's time, do a loving suggestion and suggest a visit to Miracle-Ear. Forest City office is 1512 West Main Street, Suite 102, just a door or two up from Southern Carpet. Over in Shelby is 1506-2 East Dixon Boulevard. And Lisa Terry runs both of those offices, and she'll be glad to set down a time to talk with you. Miracle-Ear. Cherry Mountain stop is next stop. Sue Price, good morning.
Good morning, Jim.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Hope you are.
Yes.
Good. It's a nice morning over here. Started out at 70 degrees this morning. We had a warm day yesterday.
Yes.
Well, let's see. I had no calls from the fire department, so I reckon they were quiet. That's good. And the only birthday I have is for Emily Forstinger on Fairview's calendar, so I hope she'll have a good day today. And don't have any announcements. Nothing's come in, so it's just been very quiet over this way. If any of the churches are having Bible school or anything would like for me to announce it, I'd be glad to, but so far I hadn't had any calls, so that's okay. We just like it nice and quiet. And the weekend coming up, so I hope you'll have a good day and a good weekend, Jim.
Thanks, Sue. Enjoy yours too, and I'll see you next time.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 29 past the hour, 7 o'clock. The Owls had a good night last night over Gastonia. They beat them 13-1. And the game heard right here on the Owls Radio Network, WCAB. Now, the Braves will be on tonight against the Washington Nationals. They start 5:50, but that's a long pregame show. We'll join the pregame following News 13 at 6. And the Braves are with the Nationals again tomorrow. There's also a Quaker State 400 Kentucky Raceway event tomorrow evening as well, so we'll try to get that one in after the Braves are played. Try to juggle all these sporting events in to get on as many as we possibly can.
It's a for sure thing. Sisk Family Ford in Forest City is earning a quality reputation for offering an attractive inventory of new and used cars and trucks. If you want a new Ford truck, you'll be a smart shopper to let Sisk Family Ford quote you a deal. From a car for the newlywed to the car for the large family, let the Sisk Family Company help your family get the best deal. Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City.
Well, let's see if we can get off up in Union Mills on this circle around the county today and check in with Brenda Keller to find out what's happening around the neighborhood. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you on this fabulous Friday?
It's a fabulous Friday, and I'm happy about that. The weekend's here.
I hear you. Looking good, ain't it?
Yes, it is. It's going to be a good one, looks like.
Yeah, well, that's good. We hope everybody's having a good day and enjoying themselves and embracing a new day and a new morning.
That's right.
Yeah. Let's see, I've got 64 degrees on the front porch. We had 0.6 of an inch of rain yesterday. Birthdays today, we got William Taylor, Ray Freeman, and Julian Lane. I don't have any on Round Hill or Macedonia, so we hope these people have a great old big day on their special day. And in ways of announcement, we got a buffet breakfast at the Gilkey School Community Center. Starts at 7 a.m. and goes to 10 a.m. That'll be Saturday the 8th. Adults is $6, kids 6 to 12, $3, 6 and under free. All you can eat. Sausage, bacon, liver mush, gravy, and biscuits, and all the trimmings. Proceeds go to help rebuild the old Gilkey School. And also on that day, you can have an outside yard sale. Bring your own tables. This will be every second Saturday. For information, call 429-9075. And then tonight, starting at 6 p.m., they're going to have a supper at the Union Mills Learning Center. And the price is $5. And it's green beans, corn, slaw, tomatoes, rolls, dessert, and drink. Music begins at 7 p.m. with Homegrown and Carolina Crossroads. No admission for the music program, but they do have a tip jar available. And other than that, I reckon that's all I've got this morning. Just short, sweet, and quiet.
I'm glad. I'm glad they're continuing to promote that music up there at Union Mills.
Yeah,
it's a good center for that.
Yeah, they have it. I think it's once a month. Every fourth Friday or something like that. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's a good thing. I don't go to it much. I don't know why. I just haven't gotten the habit of it. I've went to it some, but not a whole lot. But
the food sounds good too.
Yeah. Well, all except
like
for the
green
slaw.
beans. Yeah,
I had me a vegetable supper last night. I went out in my garden. I picked these vegetables, and I got in here and I cooked. And I had fresh green beans with potatoes, and I had me some stewed cabbage seasoned with fatback or streaked meat.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and then I had fried squash, and I had enough for Pharaoh's Army, so I called my son and his wife, and they come over and eat with me. So we just had a big time eating. And a sliced tomato.
Oh, yeah. Boy, you can't beat a fresh vegetable lunch or dinner.
Yeah, so that was what we had, and it was good, and I thank the Lord that He blessed me with them vegetables to cook.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But that's all I know of. It's going on up here, Jim. I don't know of anything.
All right, Brenda, we'll enjoy your weekend, and we'll check back in with you next time.
You have a good one. We'll catch you later.
Thanks. Bye.
Mhm.
That's the Union Mills reporter, Brenda Kelly, reporting in 7:33 now. And if you'll remember this name, Jackson Custom Muffler and Exhaust System, when you need that repair work done or a complete overall with that exhaust system, don't leave that hanging out there with some problem with the exhaust system. It's not a good thing to do. But if you'll call on Jackson Custom Muffler and Exhaust System, they'll do it. They'll do it right. They got over 16 years experience, qualified employees that know what they're doing. You don't want just anybody tinkering with the exhaust system. So why not get it done right, get it done professionally, and drive away knowing this you're safe. They've got a lot of things a lot of years of experience to make it worth happen. So if it has to do with your muffler or your exhaust system, don't guess at it. Let Jackson Custom Muffler and Exhaust System do it right the first time. Now you'll find them easily. They're on West Main Street, Forest City, in the building right across from Staley Pallets, and just a few doors up from Southern Carpet. You see a big muffler out in the parking lot there on the sign. So check them out. And the phone number is 245-6727, 245-6727. And they're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, Saturdays, 8 to 12. Yeah, Jackson Custom Muffler and Exhaust System. The entire team at Crow's Funeral Home and Cremation Services can help you with options available. They will help you find a balance between the emotional, spiritual, and financial needs of your loved one. During this time, it's important to turn to someone you can trust and depend on. Crow's Mortuary and Crow's Mortuary and Crematory has a long history of trust and dependability. Crow's Mortuary and Crematory. That's 286-2304. Well, Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply certainly got you prepared, can get you prepared for all the summer things you need going on. If you're working in the yard, they got things like landscaping timbers. They got all the garden seeds and the fertilizer and mulch and dirt, all the things you want to work in your yard. They got all that, plus plenty of bird seed. If your birds eat as much as my birds eat, you need to see them and get some of the good prices on bird seed over there. Dog food, they got great prices on dog food right now. Just a number of things. They got a great selection of used farm equipment. Need to check into that also. It's just a good place to go. That's why they call it Farmer's Friend, because they're a friend to the farmer and friend to those of us who are not farmers. Just need things. We go by them when need things. And you'll find them plenty of hay and all those things. Just go out and see them and make them part of your routine. Shop at hometown grown, locally owned Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supplies. Right off Right Side Road, right across the road here from WCAB. Well, Herman's still running from us here past couple of days. He's not answering his phone. He's running from us, and I promise I do not have a bill for him to pay. I'm just trying to chat with him a minute. But we'll move on from Cliffside over to Ellenboro, which is a good little ways across. One end of the county to the other. In the Rutherford County, almost South Carolina, over to almost Cleveland County line. Luther Gilligan, good morning.
Good morning. You don't have a bill for me.
What?
You don't have a bill for me?
I don't have a bill for you. I wish I did.
Everybody else does.
Well, you can pay me anyway.
Older and that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But it's a good day there. The sun's almost over the trees. It's going to be a nice day today. And I got up, got my boots on, can stand up. It's already a good day. But it's quiet down here. Not a whole lot going on. See, the fire department, they had one brush fire yesterday. They had one medical call last night. They're quiet this morning, so that's good. Just nothing more. Everybody's trying to get Friday done and get ready for the weekend. Stop and get her coffee and a biscuit and move on. This is what we have birthday to Bernice Croaks having one, and Jacob Dietrich having one, and also Mark Cobb having one, and Raymond Green's having one, and also Susan Hunt, and Miss Vivian Bridges, she's having a birthday today, and my neighbor over here, Joe Wood, he's having a birthday today. So I hope these people have a great time to enjoy their day. Jim, you enjoy your day. We'll talk to you Monday.
Thanks, my friend. I will do that. You enjoy your weekend as well, and we'll talk next time.
All right, take care now.
Bye. That's Mr. Gilligan there at Ellenboro with the Ellenboro Fire District Report. 7:38 this Friday morning, the 7th of July, and it's time to call in the birthdays and anniversaries. 287-3356, and all those folks celebrating will be her name. Who's called in will be in the drawing for that cake from Granny B's. 287-3356, birthdays and anniversaries coming up in just a moment.
Here's what our customers think about McCurry Deck Chevrolet Buick GMC.
I love my McCurry Deck Buick.
I love my McCurry Deck Chevrolet.
We love our McCurry Deck GMC. We guarantee you'll love McCurry Deck Chevrolet Buick GMC for a city.
I am definitely a McCurry Deck customer for life.
I love the price and the McCurry Deck Customer for Life Rewards program. It gives you up to $3,000 or more in rewards.
Take the easy drive to savings. McCurry Deck for a city. Discover the rewards of being a customer for life.
Well, Gregory's will be back open next week. They've been on a little vacation, extending their vacation this week, getting some rest because he stays very, very busy serving 2 meals a day most days and doing a lot of catering. So he's be rested up come Monday. And if you have a catering job you need done, call him and set it up or down the road a ways. 382-0457 is the phone number. I'm sorry, that's not Gregory's phone number. That's their phone number is 287-2171. Getting phone numbers turned around here this morning. Gregory's phone number is 287-2171. They're in the Parking Lane Plaza. And if you want to have a catering job done, that's the people to call. I know they do a fantastic job. Been to many events where they catered it. Couldn't be better. And if you just want a good lunch each day, quality food, keep that in mind. Come Monday, they'll be back in action on Monday. Gregory's in the Parking Lane Plaza, Rutherfordton.
I told my friend about Olmsted Plumbing, and boy, was she happy.
What did she have to say?
I told her to call 245-7302, and they would get right out there.
And did she say she would
I told her to ask around. Homeowners, builders, and everybody likes Olmsted. Eric and Chad Olmsted and their team understand the homeowners' needs, and I like that.
They have an inventory of replacement parts and specialized equipment and tools for any job.
I told her that, too.
Well, what was that number again?
245-7302. That's 245.
Yeah, I got it. 245-7302. Olmsted Plumbing. And for the cake that you like best, call Granny B's. Here's that phone number over there at Granny B's, 286-9012, 286-9012. Just tell Granny what kind of cake you want and what you'd like to have on top of it. She'll fix it up for you, and it will be mouth-watering good. And in the meantime, maybe you consider having lunch with them. Enjoy that classic club sandwich. Granny B's, turning out good food, good cakes, and good pinafores. You'll find them in their new location there in the brick building right beside the Shake Shop. And the phone number again is 286-9012 to order that cake or to order some carryout. Happy birthday. Well, we want to wish happy birthday to whoever is celebrating today. It looks like on the birthday calendar it is William Taylor, Ray Freeman, Julian Lane, and let's see, Todd's giving me a birthday list to Brandon and Candace Hall. It's their 1-year anniversary. They live in Ellenboro, so we want to wish them a happy, happy anniversary. We'll find out in just a moment who the cake winner is from Granny B's. We want to wish Claudia Ruff, 9 years old. Claudia Ruff attends Harris School. Wish Claudia happy birthday today.
Have you ever heard anyone say, I have to do a good job because my name is on the line? Or maybe you have heard someone else say, we will honor our product because our reputation is at stake. Did you realize God promises to lead you in paths of right living because His reputation is at stake? According to Psalms 23, the Good Shepherd leads us in paths of righteousness for His name's sake. He not only leads us because He loves us, but also to protect His holy name. A young soldier was taken before Alexander the Great for disciplinary action. When the young soldier was asked his name, he responded with, Alexander. He again was asked his name and again responded crisply, Alexander, sir. Alexander the Great replied rather gruffly, Soldier, either change your conduct or change your name. God has a lot at stake in you and me. He created us and wants us to succeed in spiritual living. When we call ourselves His children, we need to be sure that our conduct enhances His reputation. This is Bill Hostler with today's Key to Confident Living. Scripts for today's Key to Confident Living are available in book form by calling toll-free 1-888-333-KEYS. That's once again toll-free 1-888-333-KEYS.
And congratulations going out to Claudia Ruff, 9 years old, goes to Harris School. She has just won the birthday cake from Granny B's. Congratulations, Claudia. Stop by here, we'll have that certificate. Yes, take it over to Granny B's and they'll get you fixed right up. We got another hour coming up of the Morning Wake Up Call. This is going to be a Friday Funnies Day here in the Blue Room. Friday Funnies here at AM 590, WCAB, Northland Cable Channel 5. Hopefully, make your side of your mouth turn up a little bit with a little grin, a little chuckle, maybe a smile on your face. We'll try to do that this morning. Get rid of all those things that have been bugging you for a while. Let's smile a little bit on Friday Funnies here at the Morning Wake Up Call.
NCN News. I am Mike Rayleigh. A group of protesters staged a sit-in at Senator Tom Tillis' office in Raleigh to demonstrate against the GOP's plans to repeal or replace the Affordable Care Act. Demonstrator Elena Cerverio tells WREL News the Senate bill would be a huge mistake.
This bill will kill people, particularly those with pre-existing conditions, those that are financially insecure. Please stand on the right side of history. Do the right thing. Stand for all the people, not just the very rich.
Meanwhile, is Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell admitting that the Republican health care bill is doomed? CBS News correspondent Bill Rakoff has more.
The Senate Republican leader is acknowledging that the Obamacare repeal and replace measure may be on life support. He told a crowd in Kentucky on Thursday that if the current Senate bill fails to pass, lawmakers would need to quickly move to save what he called the current imploding insurance markets.
A 4-hour standoff between an armed, distraught man and Greensboro police ended with no one getting injured. No one except the man was at the residence when police arrived. His family was previously taken to a place of safety. Today's meeting between President Trump and Putin on the sidelines of the G20 summit is slated to last about an hour. More from CBS News' Jane Ferguson at the Foreign Desk in London.
All eyes will be on Mr. Trump today as he meets with the Russian leader Vladimir Putin for the first time. Just yesterday, Putin penned an op-ed in a German newspaper questioning the president's trade policies after the president directly criticized Russia. The White House will not say, though, whether that tough talk would extend to Russia's meddling in the 2016 election.
An 11-year-old girl has died from injuries she suffered in a car crash that killed her father and brother about a week ago in North Carolina. Authorities say 34-year-old Ignacio Cordova swerved his Volkswagen Jetta into a lane and struck the oncoming tractor-trailer. You're listening to NCN News.
We've seen a tug of war in North Carolina. The new governor on one side, the General Assembly on the other side. Judges playing referee in case after case. To keep up with the latest news on the power struggle in Raleigh, look to Carolina Journal. Available each month as a free newspaper and every day with updated stories at carolinajournal.com. Carolina Journal is your go-to source for government news that affects you. Visit carolinajournal.com today.
Get ready for a totally new type of museum experience at the North Carolina Museum of History's groundbreaking new exhibit, North Carolina and World War I. Wind your way through a life-size trench system with 8-foot walls, a reproduction field hospital, floor-to-ceiling murals, historic film footage and interactive video, plus over 500 artifacts on display. Don't miss your chance to step into the shoes of a Tar Heel soldier from 100 years ago. It's free and now open at the North Carolina Museum of History in downtown Raleigh.
Greenville officially has a new mayor today after a specially called city council meeting named Candy Smith to that position last night. A Virginia man has been put to death for killing 2 people. CBS News correspondent Jim Crisula has details.
35-year-old William Morva was put to death in Virginia for murdering a security guard and a sheriff's deputy after escaping from custody 11 years ago. Morva's supporters said his killing spree was the result of a serious mental illness and he deserved clemency. It was the first execution carried out in Virginia under a new system that makes more of the lethal injection procedure secret.
The hiring outlook is a good one in the second half of 2017, according to CareerBuilder.com CEO Matt Ferguson.
60% of employers plan to hire full-time employment in the second half of the year, and that's up about 10 points from last year.
A controversial program designed to stop the cycle of mafia crime in Italy. CBS reporter Sabina Castrofranco has details.
Italian judges have stepped up a program titled Free to Choose, aimed at rescuing children from joining the country's most powerful criminal organization, the Calabrian and 'Ndrangheta Mafia. Fresh resources will be unlocked to save children of mobsters from following their granddads, dads, and uncles down the path of prison.
A federal judge has refused a request by Hawaii to exclude grandparents from the latest version of the Trump travel restrictions recently put in place. Reaction from Muslim Association Hawaii President Akeem Kwansafi. He calls the restrictions mean-spirited.
It really speaks of the vindictiveness of this policy from the start. This is yet another delivering on Trump's promise.
24/7 WCAB is serving the foothills of the Carolinas. Learn more about us at www.wcab59.com.
From ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. Protests in Hamburg, Germany over the G20 summit now heating up and impacting First Lady Melania Trump's schedule. A spokesperson for the First Lady says Hamburg police is not giving the First Lady permission to leave the residence there due to demonstrations. It comes after a night of violent protests where more than 100 officers were hurt in clashes and 29 people were arrested. ABC's James Longman is there.
The reason why people have decided to kind of sit in here is because this is a route where leaders were meant to be coming through. So I think that's why a lot of protesters have said anyway that they want to be here to stop these meetings from taking place. The G20 always has this sort of tension and atmosphere around it. People have always tried to disturb them, but there's a sense here in Hamburg that the stakes are higher now that Donald Trump is here.
President Trump and world leaders are gathered for a working lunch this hour. Later this morning, the president and Russian leader Vladimir Putin will hold bilateral talks on the sidelines of the summit. ABC's senior White House correspondent Cecilia Vega is there with more on what's expected to happen.
Well, we know that he's been receiving briefings in general heading into these G20 meetings, and that he has a binder for one specific binder for all of the meetings that he will have here, but nothing just about Vladimir Putin. On the other hand, Vladimir Putin, a former KGB operative, has been studying the Donald Trump playbook heavily before he showed up here.
ABC's Cecilia Vega. Tesla planning to build the world's largest lithium-ion battery farm. Tesla CEO Elon Musk announcing the project for the battery farm this morning in Australia.
Just as you can power a big satellite purely with solar and a battery, you can power Earth purely with solar and a battery. Earth is a giant satellite.
Tesla teaming up with a French renewable energy company to build the farm in 100 days, or they say it will be free. You're listening to ABC News.
Prices are for base buildings only. Do not include windows, doors, or accessories. The economic recovery we've all been waiting for is finally here. Stocks are soaring, and construction spending across America has been on the rise. If you've been waiting to build, the time is now. Whether you want to expand your business or you want to build a new garage, call General Steel today at 888-98 Steel. Our metal building kits bolt together quickly and are custom designed for your needs. For example, a 40x60 is a great space for an auto shop, RV and camper storage, or 3-car garage. And if you call General Steel today, it's on sale now for under $25,000. Or imagine a 50x100 clear span building for under $40,000. Suitable for the booming warehousing industry, manufacturing facilities, or a church sanctuary. That's 5,000 square feet for $8 or less per foot. Call 888-98 Steel. 888-98 Steel. With construction in high demand, this special pricing won't last long. Call to lock your building price today. Call 888-98 Steel. That's 888-987-8335.
A judge in Hawaii has rejected a challenge to President Trump's revised travel ban, parts of it now in effect. ABC's Brad Mielke has more.
The Supreme Court decided for now any one of those 6 Muslim-majority countries can continue to come here as long as they have a bona fide relationship to the U.S. But it's the Trump administration that defined what that is. Right now, someone can visit their father-in-law or their half-brother, but not their niece or grandchild. Hawaii's Attorney General asked for a review, but a federal judge says he trusts the balancing act struck by the court.
ABC's Brad Mielke closing in on the last pockets of ISIS resistance in Mosul. More from ABC's Tom Rivers at the Foreign Desk.
The fighting intense. Many of the recently retaken areas of western Mosul have been reduced to rubble, with entire families reportedly killed in some sectors. Iraqi forces have now retaken most of the city since the offensive began in October, but victories come at a staggering human cost. It's unclear how many civilians remain in the militants' last enclave, but the UN says some 2,000 to 3,000 people have been fleeing on a daily basis. Tom Rivers, ABC News at the Foreign Desk.
Storms swept through the upper plains overnight in Michigan. More than 140,000 homes and businesses without power this morning after that strong series of storms rolled through. Wind gusting as high as 88 miles per hour in some areas. Those storms now bearing down on parts of the Northeast today. This is ABC News.
A good night's sleep starts with the right pillow. That's where MyPillow comes in, and now for a limited time, just go to MyPillow.com, click the Radio Listener Special tab, and use promo code SKY to get 2 premium king or queen pillows and 2 additional Go Anywhere travel pillows, all for 50% off and free shipping. That's MyPillow.com, promo code SKY, or call 1-800-635-1825, 1-800-635-1825.
I'm Michelle Franzen.
Another summer-like day today. Mostly sunny skies with some late-day showers and thunderstorms possible. High temperatures will climb into the lower 90s. Overnight tonight into Friday morning, some storms possible early on, then partly cloudy, muggy, and warm with temperatures in the low to mid-70s. Saturday, partly cloudy skies with some scattered showers and thunderstorms late in the day. High temperatures climb back into the lower 90s. For the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Amy Wilmoth in the Weather Center.
What a beautiful day in the neighborhood we're experiencing. It's another great getting up morning here in the foothills. It's 71 right now, climbing to about 88 for our daytime high, and only a slight chance of some pop-up showers this afternoon. Now moving towards Sunday, mostly sunny, highs around 86. Tomorrow on Saturday we have a high around 90, and with west wind 8 to 10 miles per hour, with wind gusting to 13 miles per hour, and only a 30% chance of precipitation tomorrow. So it looks like the weekend's going to be a nice one. So enjoy and catch up on your work outdoors. Just remember, always stay hydrated when you're outside working. 71 degrees right now. Congratulations to Claudia Ruff. Claudia is 9, lives down in, goes to Harris School, and she won the cake this morning from Granny B's. Granny B's cake. This is Friday Funnies Day here on the WCAB. Given the bottom of the hour, we'll get into something. One of the things I want to play this morning is Louis Grizzard. Some of you didn't recognize that name, Louis Grizzard. Used to write for the paper in Georgia. He'd written several books. He's also a stand-up comedian. And we'll have some of him, plus Willie P. will be back on, and as well as some other Friday Funnies this morning to sort of give you an uplift and get that frown turning up into a smile today, right? And I've got news from here and there with some comments all straight ahead here on WCAB's Morning Wake Up Call, hour number 3.
Visit your friends at Ace Equipment Sales and Service in the Park Lane Plaza for all your lawn and garden equipment needs. Now at Ace, they have a full line of Echo products, trimmers starting at $159, blowers at $159, chainsaws starting at $199, all with a 5-year warranty. They also offer the Red Max line of commercial trimmers and blowers. Ace has mower parts for most makes and models. Also at Ace, you can pick up batteries, belts, and blades. And as always, Ace provides pickup and delivery service. That's Ace Equipment Sales and Service in the Park Lane Plaza in Rutherfordton, or call them at 286-9781.
That sheriff's report is forthcoming also here this morning. A couple of stories out of today's edition of the Daily Courier. 2 teenagers recently arrested in connection with the assault of another teen have an additional charge put up against them. Charles Jacob Bramlett, 17, of Phillips Drive, Forest City, and Alex A. Owens, 17, of Old Mooresboro Road, Ellenboro, are now faced with second-degree kidnapping in addition to earlier charges of inflicting serious bodily harm. Bramlett and Owens, along with 3 other teenagers, face serious charges in the assault of Grayson Howington, 18, of Shelby, that occurred on Wednesday, June the 28th. Owens was arrested Thursday morning and is in the Rutherford County Slammer under a $75,000 bond. Owens also faces charges of consuming alcohol underage. Bramlett was arrested Wednesday for the second-degree kidnapping charge and is put in jail under a $50,000 unsecured bond. After receiving the case, the Rutherford County District Attorney's Office added the second-degree kidnapping charges against Bramlett and Owens. Howington was assaulted at his residence of James Ryan Tilley, 17, of Harris Henrietta Road in Forest City. He was taken to Rutherford Regional Medical Center, later transferred to Carolinas Medical Center, where he underwent surgery for serious injuries and is continuing to recover, according to Rutherford County Sheriff Chris Francis. Francis said his deputies received a call at 2:30 a.m. June 28th regarding the assault of a young man at Tilley's residence. When officers arrived at the home, Howington had been assaulted and sustained serious injuries to several areas about his body. Tilley faces the most serious charges in the incident. He is charged with second-degree kidnapping, consuming alcohol underage, possession with intent to sell and deliver marijuana, and second-degree trespass. Sheriff Francis said the assault remains under investigation and did not elaborate on the details or the motives for the attack. The others arrested and charged with assault inflicting serious bodily injury are Branson Allen Conley, 16, of Allen Loop Road, Shallow, and Malachi Isaac Gordon, 17, of Phillips Drive, Forest City. All of the teenagers, except Owens, are out on jail on bond. Four of the teens, Bramlett, Conley, Gordon, and Tilley, are scheduled to appear in court on July 12th. Owens has a court appearance on July 20th. Two people were transported to Rutherford Regional Medical Center Thursday afternoon as a result of a two-vehicle collision on US 221 north of Rutherfordton. The North Carolina Highway Patrol reported Gregorio Maroculio, 17 of Rutherfordton, was attempting to pull out of the Gilkey General Store and Cafe in a Chevy Tracker and was struck by a Dodge Ram driven by Christopher Forney, 50 of Marion, who was traveling north. Marquillo and his passenger Linda Marquillo, 69, were both transported to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Marquillo was cited for failure to yield. Green Hill Fire Department, Union Mills Fire Department, and Rutherford County EMS responded to that scene. The Rutherford County Sheriff's Office is seeking information in the larceny of two four-wheelers. During the early morning hours of Tuesday, July 4th, two blue 2014 Polaris Outlaw 90 ATVs were stolen during a breaking and entering at 775 Harris Henrietta Road. Anyone with any information as to the location of the ATVs or about this incident is asked to contact Detective Brian Goosh with the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office at 287-6243, or you can call Crime Stoppers at 286-8477. Bobby Bowles Jr. will celebrate his 35th anniversary with his wife a little worse for wear. Bowles of Shelby was riding his motorcycle home from work around 5 p.m. Wednesday when he was hit by a tree. Bowles said, "I was trying to beat the rain and looked up at one point and just saw this tree flying at me. That's the last thing I remember until the ambulance got there." He was less than a mile away from the scrapyard where he works on Bethlehem Road when a tree knocked him and his bike to the ground, sending them both skidding across the road more than 150 feet. He was taken to Caramont Regional Medical Center in Gastonia for his injuries. He stayed at the hospital for only a few hours before being released. Bowles' battered body suffered a broken collarbone and severe road rashes along his face, arm, and stomach. Even though he is in pain, he knows it could have ended differently and is happy to be there. He said, "I could be pushing up daisies." Bowles said he has been on two wheels for what seems like his entire life and has had some minor wrecks on dirt bikes in the past, but he was never seriously hurt. This is the first time I've ever been broken. Never the first time I've ever been hit by a tree. He may be in pain, but he has his family helping him. His wife, Susan, says she's very happy they'll be together for their 35th wedding anniversary. The two will celebrate, but won't be reliving their younger days of traveling on a motorcycle through the Blue Ridge Parkway. Bowles says his biking days are over, claiming he's going to sell the motorcycle. His wife has her doubts, though. That's what he's saying now. We'll see what happens. South Carolina man led the Columbus Police Department on two different chases and two stolen vehicles in the early morning hours of Friday, June 30th, before he was captured. Michael Travis Waddell, 23 of Marietta, South Carolina, was arrested and charged by the Columbus Police Department with 2 counts of possessing a stolen vehicle, 2 counts of felony speeding to elude arrest, resisting a public officer, reckless driving, driving while license revoked, and driving while impaired, according to the reports. At approximately 1:19 a.m. on June 30th, Waddell was driving a stolen 1999 Honda Civic when he dropped 2 people off at St. Luke's Hospital's emergency room, according to the Columbus Police Department. A member of the Columbus Police Department attempted to speak to Waddell about his erratic driving. The police department said Waddell failed to comply with instructions and got back into the vehicle and fled the scene, resulting in the first high-speed chase. Waddell wrecked the vehicle during the chase near Tryon, and he fled on foot. Waddell then reportedly stole a Honda motorcycle and a change of clothing from a Harmon Field Road residence. Then at approximately 3:35 a.m. at June 30th, Waddell drove back to St. Luke's Hospital, where another Columbus police officer recognized him and attempted to stop the motorcycle. Waddell refused to stop, according to the police report, and led officers on another chase. The second chase ended along US 176 when Waddell dropped the motorcycle and fled on foot into the woods. Short time later, the Polk County Sheriff's Office took Waddell into custody in Saluda. Waddell also faces several charges from the Polk County Sheriff's Office, as well as additional charges from the Columbus Police Department. As of Wednesday, July 5th, Waddell was still being held at the Polk County Slammer. under a $50,000 secured bond. They just never understand that when if drinking alcohol makes you act stupid, then just don't drink it. Well, there's another report of a scam advisory. This one happened in Henderson County, and when it happens that close, chances are it could happen here as well. On July 5th, an Etowah business owner reported an alleged marketing scam to the Henderson County Sheriff's Office. The situation involved a salesman with AAA marketing selling ad space in a local restaurant's menu. Following the transaction, the business owner researched the marketing company and discovered their poor ratings online, canceled payment, and contacted the Sheriff's Office. The Henderson County Sheriff's Office would like to remind citizens, and we would also like to continue to raise awareness of that, to do your research before giving money to solicited advertisers. If you're approached to purchase advertising or any other product or service, take some of these following steps to decrease the chances of becoming victimized by a scam. Research the company's ratings and reviews online. Check for business accreditation with the Better Business Bureau. Utilize scam prevention techniques like those suggested by the Federal Trade Commission. And if you have been a victim of a scam, please contact the local sheriff's office and report that to them, and perhaps they might be able to put a stop to it. They do those scams and they run away, and sometimes the scams are even from faraway places. So just be careful and stay attentive. Sad note out of Spartanburg, first responders say a 7-year-old boy was locked in a hot truck for about an hour. The incident happened at the Beaumont Plaza, the 600 block of Chesney Highway, Thursday morning. A caller said the child was trying to get out and set off the car alarm, according to Edward Carpenter with Whitney Fire Department. Carpenter said people inside the building came out to investigate after hearing the alarm. The boy's father told the officers he did something stupid and left the child in the truck. He said he'd just be a couple of minutes, so he left his son in the truck. The child showed signs of heat illness. Specifically, he was acting lethargic. He said the Spartanburg County Sheriff's Office would determine if the child would be sent to the social services. Father said he did something stupid. And can you imagine? Might be a little stronger word than stupid. When it happens time and time again, people pay attention to news stories, see that it happened somewhere else, and they know it's a bad thing to happen to the child. Why they go ahead and do it anyway. 17 minutes after 8 o'clock, the Sheriff's Report coming up in just a moment. Let me remind you, though, that municipal candidate filing begins at 12 noon today for the November 7th election. Mayoral races will be held in Bostic, Forest City, Lake Lure, Rutherfordton, and Spindale. Mayors up for re-election are Mitch Harrell of Bostic, Steve Holland of Forest City, Bob Keith of Lake Lure, Jimmy Dancy of Rutherfordton, and Mickey Bland over in Spindale. The municipalities also have a number of seats up for re-election. Town boards have the following seats up for election. Bostic Commissioner seats held by Mike Hollifield and Billy Lattimore. Chimney Rock Council seats held by Bruce Gotzik and April Sottle. Ellenboro Alderman seats held by Lee Allen, Alan Black, and a vacant seat that was held by the late Mike Ryan. Forest City Commissioner seats held by Sean Moore and David Aker. Lake Lure Commissioner seats held by Mary Ann Dotson Sylvie and John Moore. Ruth Commissioner seats held by Chris Adkins and Mike Ellenberg. Rutherfordton Council seats held by Stan Clements and Terry Cobb. And Spindale Commissioner seats held by Ben Edwards and Robin Inslee. Candidates filing ends Friday, July 21st at noon, and Tuesday, July 18th at 5 p.m. is the deadline to withdraw notice of candidacy. So if you're interested in being a part of the municipality elections, there's your opportunity. Go for it. 19 past 8 o'clock. Sheriff's Report coming up in just a moment.
Welcome to Exclamation Emporium. May I take your order?
Yes, I'd like 4 booyahs, 10-piece, oh yeah, and 1 whee to go, please.
Wow, let me guess. You've been playing Frenzy Scratch-Offs, huh?
Yeah, I just won $500 on a $500 Frenzy. They're full of $500 prizes.
Congratulations, sir, but so many people have been winning major cash. We're all out of booyahs.
Okay, how about a yippee combo?
Okay, that's a la-di-da supreme with a side of ooh-la-las.
You know what? Make it 3. I got a lot of hip, hip, hooray to do.
Brace yourself for frenzy scratch-offs from the North Carolina Education Lottery. Jam-packed with $50, $100, $500, and $2,500 cash prizes.
Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning, including break-even prizes, range from 1 in 3.9 to 4.83. Approximate odds to win the top prizes range from 1 in 1.2 million to 1.8 million. $1 million annuity top prize with lump sum cash value of $600,000. Problem Gambling Helpline 877-718-5543.
Hi, this is Chuck for Smith Drugs of Forest City. You want to race? Then meet me at the fountain on Saturday, July 29 for our 5K and show us what you got. Sign up today at Smith's Drugs or online at smithsdrugsfc.com. That's Smiths with an S, Drugs with an S, FC.com. Please come out and help us raise proceeds that will go to the V Foundation, Rutherford County's Habitat for Humanity, and Relay for Life. So we hope to meet you at the fountain on Saturday, July 29 in front of Smith Drugs in downtown Forest City.
If you're serious about saving money when you go to shopping, particularly for groceries, if you're serious about saving money, then you should be a serious Jay's Discount grocery shopper. Yep, every day, Monday through Saturday, you'll find aisle after aisle of discounted groceries. Your brand name merchandise at incredible low prices. You can enjoy fresh fruits and vegetables available every Monday, Thursday, and Friday. They have top choice meats cut fresh daily, like fresh cut steaks, roasts, pork chops, cube steaks, and much more. And they honor your debit cards, your EBT cards. That's Jay's Discount Grocery. They're located on Oak Street in Forest City. Visit them today and save big time on your groceries. Jay's Discount Grocery. Now here is Officer Inslee with the report from the Sheriff's Department. We aired earlier, recorded it for broadcast at this time. Officer Inslee?
Past 24 hours, we've had 200 calls, 12 arrests, and 186 incarcerated. And on to arrest reports, we have Alex Owens of Old Mooresboro Road, charged with second-degree kidnapping. Danielle Patterson, Millwood Street, Forest City, charged with felony probation violation. Walker Kirkpatrick, Cedar Street, Social Circle, charged with larceny of motor vehicle, breaking and or entering, larceny after breaking and entering. And Jerome Allen, Gladys Road, Forest City, charged with violation of court order. On to incident report, we have Michael Spain of Sims Sandpit Road. He reported damage to personal property. And Brandon Stratton of Shepherd's Creek Circle, Robeson, reported damage to personal property. And that is it, sir.
That is Officer Inslee reporting in this morning. Well, the late Louis Grizzard, he was a columnist, a humorist, author, and lecturer, and told some really funny stories from time to time. We have a series of those that we'll interject this morning, including this one. Here's Louis Grizzard.
Alabama man walks into a place and says, I'll have an RC and a moon pie. Guy said, you must be from Alabama. He said, I resent that allegation. I resent the alligator. Just because I come in here and order an RC and a moon pie, you're doing this stereotypal thing and you're thinking I'm from Alabama. That's ridiculous. He said, let me ask you this. A guy walked in here and ordered vodka. Would you think he's Russian? The guy said, well, I don't know. It just ain't never come up, you know. Let me ask you another question. What if a man walked in there and ordered linguine? Would you think he's from Italy, Italian? He said, well, I just, like I said, it ain't never happened. Let me ask you this. What if a man walked in here and ordered sausage? Would you think he's Polish? He said, it ain't never happened. So why in the world do you think because I come in and ordered an RC and a moon pie from Alabama? Guy said, because this is a hardware store.
And information. This is AM 590, the mighty 590, WCAB.
Coming up, an update on sports. We'll get you posted on some sports updates from Oakland, from Garage Pass and things of that nature to get you posted on what's going on. And we'll take a little break from doing that. And coming back after that, we've got a special guest in the studio with me this morning. And we'll find out what that's all about. It's all right here on the Morning Wake Up Call from the Mighty 590 and Northland Cable Channel 5 and streaming on the World Wide Web at www.wcab59.com. And remember, Braves back in action this evening on the radio with Washington Nationals. That game we'll pick into that pregame following News 13 at 6. And appreciate your support following the Braves this year. We still have Brave schedules and Owl schedules here in the lobbies. Come by and pick those up.
NCN Sports. I'm Josh Zach. The Los Angeles Dodgers own a 5.5 game lead in the NL West after they scored 4 times in the bottom of the 9th to beat second place Arizona 5-4. The Braves, 5-2 winners at Washington. They pull within 8.5 games of the NL East leading Nationals. Tampa Bay beat the Red Sox 4-1. That shrinks Boston's AL East lead to 3.5 games over the Yankees, with the Rays just 4.5 games back. Cleveland, they salvaged the finale of its 3-game series with San Diego. They blasted the Padres 11-2. The outcome gives the Indians a 1-game lead over second place Kansas City in the AL Central. Minnesota still a game and a half back. Second seeds Novak Djokovic and third seed Roger Federer advanced to the third round of Wimbledon by winning in straight sets. Djokovic lost just 5 games in the 3-set win over Adam Pavlicek.
It's exactly what I want, so I don't want to have any 5-set matches in there.
Other winners on the men's side included 6th seed Milos Raonic and number 8 Dominic Thiem, but the Americans, Jack Sock and Greensboro native John Isner, went down. Another weekend under the lights for NASCAR as the Monster Energy Cup Series heads to Kentucky for Saturday night's Quaker State 400. The Speedway's hosted 6 Cup Series races, and Brad Keselowski's won a track record 3 of them, including last year's race.
Winning in 2016, literally out of gas and coasting, just to get it to the start-finish line and then being out down the front stretch. I thought I lost that race 3 or 4 times.
The Xfinity Series runs under the lights tonight at Kentucky. In the Alsco 300, the green flag flies at 8 o'clock. The Hornets announced they've signed second-round draft pick Dwayne Bacon. Terms of the deal not released Thursday. The Hornets also announced the promotion of Buzz Peterson to assistant GM. He's been with Charlotte the past 5 years. He played college ball at North Carolina with Michael Jordan. They were college roommates, and they're still pretty good buddies. This is NCN Sports.
This is Brian Geisinger from the ACC Sports Journal. Here's a look what we have at ACCSports.com today. At the ACC Analytics tab, we take a look at one of the more intriguing players heading into the 2017-2018 ACC basketball season, that being NC State's Torin Dorn. Take a look at how the redshirt junior forward can emerge as an isolation scorer for the Wolfpack. The 2017 ACC football media kickoff takes place down in Charlotte next week. ACC Sports will be on the scene with wall-to-wall coverage. Speaking of the upcoming 2017 ACC football season, our 2017 football preview magazine is out. You can order your copy online or pick one up at Barnes & Noble. Coverage for all 14 teams along with Notre Dame. For the latest news on the Wolfpack, Tar Heels, Blue Devils, Deacons, and the rest of the ACC, make sure to check out ACCSports.com. I'm Brian Geisinger.
North Carolina has reinstated suspended football player Alan Artis following a misdemeanor charge against him on sexual battery and assault on a female student were dismissed. Athletic Director Bubba Cunningham announced the decision in a statement yesterday. Artis was suspended from the team last fall following his arrest tied to a February 2016 encounter with a fellow student. Prosecutors dismissed the sexual assault charges last week against the reserve linebacker Artis, who maintained the relationship was consensual. Notre Dame and Arkansas will meet on the football field in 2020 for the first time ever. The schools announced a home-and-home series, the first game being played September 12, 2020 in South Bend, the second in Fayetteville, Arkansas on October 24th, 2025. Marcel Kittel won the 6th stage of the Tour de France in a sprint Thursday, his second stage win of this year's race. Chris Froome held on to the yellow jersey. Josh and Zach, NCN Sports.
February is American Heart Month. Heart disease is the leading cause of death for men and women in the United States. Every year, 1 in 4 deaths are caused by heart disease. The good news is that heart disease can often be prevented when people make healthy choices and manage their health conditions. To lower your risk, watch your weight, quit smoking, and stay away from secondhand smoke. Control your cholesterol, drink alcohol only in moderation, and get active and eat healthy. Uncontrolled blood pressure is the leading cause of heart disease and stroke. In fact, more than 67 million Americans have high blood pressure, and people with high blood pressure are 4 times more likely to die from heart disease. If you or a loved one is concerned about heart health and heart disease, Rutherford Regional Health System is proud to feature cardiologists on its medical staff who advise and treat adults and children. For more information about our cardiology providers who are at your disposal, visit www.myrutherfordregional.com/cardiology.
Hello, this is Dwayne Hunt with Insurance Service Associates. Are you on disability? Or maybe you're on Medicare? Or maybe both? Come see me, Dwayne Hunt, at Insurance Service Associates about a Medicare Advantage product brought to you by Humana. Please give me a call, 245-5301 at Insurance Service Associates, 127 East Trade Street, Forest City.
You know, Oakland Feed and Seed, Oakland Road in Spindale, has been part of the family for years. Your granddad, your dad, and now this generation is depending on the great inventory, excellent service, and better pricing. Listen to some of these items we need probably right about now. 10-10-10 fertilizer, $9.50 a bag. Dog food, fire and ant killer in spray and granular. Flea and tick prevention. Carpenter bee traps, weed killer, and so much more. Go see Scott and his team today at 770 Oakland Road, Spindale, and keep the family tradition going.
I'm doing what I'm doing right now, and I'm not going to be here in 5 years. I know that.
But will Kane keep doing it with Hendrick?
I hope I could race till I'm 43, 45 years old.
A lawsuit over hidden cameras. Plus, was it really Dale Jr.? And
for me, the team has the option.
Mark Garrow and PRN's Garage Pass.
Nobody really needs or wants home security until it's too late. You've heard the statistics about how many burglaries there are per day. You see the news. You know there are people out there that do bad things. The best way to help protect your home and your property is with an ADT monitored system from Protect Your Home, an ADT authorized premier provider. Call right now to get a free wireless home security system valued at $850. An ADT monitored system can help protect your home from fires, theft, floods, and call for emergency help. Call now to find out more about our $850 free wireless home security system and start enjoying the peace of mind of security today. 800-698-7191. 800-698-7191. This offer is for new customers only. Termination fees apply. $99 customer installation charge and 36-month monitoring agreement required. Call for details. License terms and conditions available at secureathome.com.
lately, there's been a lot of talk about Casey Kane's future.
I would hope that I could still be in the sport in 5 years. I would hope I could race till I'm 43, 45 years old, somewhere in there, and be competitive.
But not having won since August 2014, a span of 100 races, even Kane admits his situation at Hendrick Motorsports is very much up in the air.
5 years is going to go by really quick. The last 5 years flew by, so I can't imagine the next. It seems like every year goes by quicker than the last, and so yeah, I still feel really good. I still want to do it really bad, but it's performance sport. If I'm doing what I'm doing right now, and I'm not going to be here in 5 years. I know that.
In the opening 17 Monster Energy Cup Series races this season, Kane has only 2 top 5 and 3 top 10 finishes. Meanwhile, Kurt Busch is waiting for Stewart-Haas Racing to make it official. He'll be back in 2018.
For me, the team has the option on my contract, and they just have to notify me by a specific date if they're going to pick that option up. And I feel very confident in how things will come together.
A side note, as part of a lawsuit settlement with Stewart-Haas Racing, Nature's Bakery will sponsor Danica Patrick's car at Kentucky this weekend. Uncovered by WSOC TV in Charlotte, the ex-wife and mother-in-law of Greg Biffle have filed a lawsuit against the former NASCAR driver, alleging there were hidden cameras in Biffle's home, including in the master bedroom, bathroom, and a guest bedroom where the mother-in-law stayed, and that Biffle not only recorded the two on a digital recorder, but showed that video to other people. Biffle and his wife were divorced in 2015.
If you're on the road in an RV, car, or truck and you're pulling a heavy load like a camper, trailer, or boat, get the one product to help give you the performance you need. Z-Max Micro Lubricant. Since 1936, Z-Max has been known for dispersing harmful carbon buildup in engines and fuel systems. Z-Max soaks into metal, helping improve performance and mileage, extend engine life, and reduce emissions. For use in new or used vehicles, get Z-Max today at zmax.com or visit your local auto parts store. Also available for firearms.
During the 4th of July fireworks on Lake Norman, Dale Earnhardt Jr. was periscoping when somebody walked up and thought they were talking to, apparently, an imposter.
You look like Dale Jr. Oh, yeah? Yeah, it's me. That's it. Nice. Happy 4th. Happy 4th. Is it really you? Nah, I don't believe it. I believe it.
Okay. Mark Garrow and PRN's Garage Pass, brought to you by Z-Max. Performance you can feel.
Well, this happens often around the racetrack, but we hope it never happens to you. If it does, turn your problems over to the Collision Center at McCurry Deck, the preferred repair center. The Collision Center is the only body shop with a controlled downdraft booth. It's an approved insurance repair center. They repair all makes and all models. You have the right to go to the repair shop of your choice. Make it a good one. Make it the Collision Center at McCurry Deck, located behind McCurry Deck Motors, Highway 74A, Forest City.
Another summer-like day today. Mostly sunny skies with some late-day showers and thunderstorms possible. High temperatures will climb into the lower 90s. Overnight tonight into Friday morning, some storms possible early on, then partly cloudy, muggy, and warm with temperatures in the low to mid-70s. Saturday, partly cloudy skies with some scattered showers and thunderstorms late in the day. High temperatures climb back into the lower 90s. For the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Amy Wilmoth in the Weather Center.
We have climbed from 68 up to 73. That's a pretty good climb in a short couple of hours. Now we're going to be climbing on faster up to 88 for a daytime high today, with only a slight chance of precipitation perhaps this afternoon, like that ever-loving pop-up storm we've been getting. It's going to continue for a little bit, except on Sunday. It's mostly sunny Sunday, no rain mentioned. Highs around 86, 20% chance on Monday, 20% on Tuesday, and 30% on Wednesday. Right now, though, it is beautiful out there. It's another great getting up morning, and it's 73 degrees. It's 8:36 here in the Blue Room at WCAB. Congratulations again to Claudia Ruff goes to Harris School, 9 years old. She won the cake this morning from Granny B's. And I have a guest with me in the Blue Room this morning. I want to talk with, get you better informed and acquainted with him. His name is Jamie Murphy. He's with the Proactive Parenting Initiative, and he's here to. I learned about this some time ago, and Jamie and I talked about how important it would be for you to know more about this, so we brought him in this morning to talk a little bit about that. Jamie, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Glad to have you here today.
I appreciate the opportunity to be here.
Now, I saw the video briefly a little bit ago, Proactive Parenting Initiative. What is that all about?
What we do is we conduct free parenting classes here in the county. We're at Bethany Baptist Church on Thursday evenings. It's a 2-hour class from 6:30 to 8:30. And we're concerned with the trouble some young people are getting into, the at-risk behaviors. Kids that are defiant, they're strong-willed, they're cussing out mom and dad, they're doing drugs, they're hanging out with the wrong crowd, maybe even being sexually active. And we're concerned about these young people. And what we were just talking about a few minutes ago, I heard the jail report this morning. Over 180 people incarcerated in the Rutherford County Jail. And we're trying to challenge moms and dads to be proactive and to look at your kid and say, what kind of character does my kid have? And I want to avoid that. I don't want my kids going to jail. I don't want my kids dropping out of school. I don't want my kids getting in trouble with the law. I want my kids to be productive, responsible, respectful young adults. And what do I have to do to raise a kid like that? And that's what we teach parents, how to do those things. And even if the kid is exhibiting at-risk behaviors, we can teach parents how to stop them and to change the kid and get them back on a straight and narrow path.
Is there an age limit for the kids that you teach or train?
People ask me that all the time. We specialize in strong-willed teenagers. Mm-hmm. But I'd rather have a lady that's pregnant come through our class, because if she can learn these skills while she's got a baby, then we'll never have to deal with the strong-willed, out-of-control teenager. I tell my parents when they come to our classes, if you'll make mountains out of molehills when your child is small, you won't have many mountains to cross when they're teenagers or young adults.
Now, how often is this class held?
We hold our classes 4 times a year. We start in January, April, July, and October. They're 10 weeks, 2 hours per week. We're starting a brand new class next Thursday night at 6:30 at the Bethany Baptist Church. Pastor Chris Fox and his congregation, they host us every week. We meet in their fellowship hall. It's a free class. We're just trying to spread the word. And I don't know who your audience is this morning, but too often I hear about the statistics that we're being told is that 50% of the grandparents in America are raising their grandkids. Mm-hmm. And there's a generation gap, brother. Grandma and grandpa can't relate to some of these kids and what they're going through because they didn't grow up in the same environment and the same with the same temptations that kids are being faced with today. and we want anybody that's raising kids. We want them to know about our program. And when I go, I speak in churches. I'm a Baptist preacher, and I speak in churches every Sunday. And I tell folks, if you may not be struggling with a strong-willed kid, but I guarantee you know someone who is. Tell them about us. There's a free resource here in the county that specializes in helping parents like this, and we just want to help. We're not here to beat up anybody. We're just here to add some tools to your toolbox in raising your kids. And for the parents that say, "Oh, I don't know anybody," well, go to Walmart, okay, and just look around, because they're at Walmart today. Tell these folks we can help you. One of the things that we're told too is elementary school teachers can pick out kids that are going to prison in the 2nd and 3rd grade.
Well, it says a lot, doesn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, the operative word in what you're doing is proactive.
Yes, sir.
Proactive. Do something now.
Yes, sir.
Before that actually happens. Now, but when the classes start, how do people get enrolled? How do they get started?
Just show up. They can call me. They can look at our website, proactiveparents.org, to get our information. They can call me, but just show up, and they can join the class at any time. If they come in the middle of a session, like they come into week 4, week 5, when we start back up in October, they can catch back up every time we roll around. And at the end of the 10 weeks, we give them a certificate of completion, and we just want to make an impact in their families.
What's some of the things you do to change that behavior of the child?
The first thing that we do is we work on building a proper relationship between the parents and their kids. Too many parents today are afraid of their kids, and they want to be their kid's best friend. And you're not here to be your kid's friend. You're here to be their parent. It's your job to raise them. It's your job to guide them. It's your job to tell them no. And we focus on showing love and affection, and how to show love and affection properly to our children. We teach our parents that they have to establish authority in the home. Therefore, I do not argue with my kids. The boss does not argue with the subordinate, and parents aren't supposed to be arguing with their kids. We teach parents how to stop arguing with their kids. We teach the parents how to clean up the toxic environment. There are some things kids shouldn't be seeing and listening to through social media and the internet and the television, and it's poisoning their brain and their heart. And we want to address that. And then we teach parents how to drug-proof their home. How to look out for if my kid may be using drugs. We teach parents how to avoid letting our kids hang out with the wrong friends. Too often we got kids that are just followers, and they get in trouble because they're in the wrong place at the wrong time. We talk about the sexual activity with today's younger generation and how we can address that. We've got STDs and unwanted pregnancies that are rampant in our culture right now. And I know when my kids were teenagers, I really didn't want to be a grandpa with a 15-year-old kid. Yeah. So that's the heart of what we focus on, and we give the parents a plan, a concrete plan on paper on how to address unwanted behaviors. And then in the class, if we have a parent that needs a little bit of extra help, we have our weekend camp program. From Friday night to Sunday afternoon down at Camp McDaniel, which is a brand new camp facility.
Amazing program. It's much needed too in this community, and I'm glad you're doing it. How long has it been underway?
Our camp's brand new. Yeah. We had our first camp a little over a month ago, and but the parenting program, our curriculum that we use is 31 years old. Wow. Our program, we get more court-ordered parents to our program than any other parenting program in the nation. But we're new to Rutherford County. I've been here since January, and we want everybody in the county to know that there's a resource here, that we're good at what we do. We empower parents, and we teach parents how to take care of their own problems. Too often I have parents that come to me and their wits end, they're pulling their hair out, and they just tell me, I need help, and I'll say, you're in the right place.
Jamie, I hear how parents and grandparents all the time tell me, in relative to their child or grandchild. I just don't know what to do. I'm at my rope's end. I don't know what to do. They're out of control. This sounds like this might be the answer.
It is. That's who we help. That's who we empower. At our camp, on the video that you saw, there was a young man. He was 13 years old from here in Rutherford County, and his mom came through my class at Bethany this year, and she said, "I need help. My kid's out of control. Please help me." So they come in, and we had it started off pretty rough. This young man he didn't want to be there. He was mad. He was wanting to fight. And we basically had a little come to Jesus meeting on Saturday morning, and he had an attitude adjustment. Well, for breakfast, we feed the kids a bowl of grits. Nothing in them, okay? No eggs, no salt, no pepper, and for you Yankees that are listening, no sugar and milk either, okay? And his mama went to my cook and said, my son's not going to eat those grits. What are you going to do if he won't eat them? And my cook looked at her and said, "I guess he'll go hungry." And she was distraught, because she didn't want her baby to go without food. Well, I promise you, if he goes without, he won't die, just missing one meal. And sure enough, he didn't eat his grits. He threw them away. So we went to work, and for the next 4 hours, he exerted some energy, and that's what manual labor will do to you. And at lunchtime, she went to my cook again, because he gets a piece of bologna on bread for lunch and an apple. And she told the cook, "My son won't eat bologna. What are you going to do if he won't eat his sandwich?" And my cook looked at her and said, "I guess he'll go hungry." But you know what happened? The only thing left of his apple was a stem and some seeds. And he ate that bologna sandwich like it was nothing. After lunch, we went back to work for another 4 or 5 hours. And for supper, he got another bologna sandwich and another apple. And the kids had been very good on Saturday. This young man, we were so proud of him. He worked hard. He had, like I said, a total attitude adjustment from the night before. And I said, "I want to reward y'all because y'all worked good today, and I'm proud of you. I'm going to give you a reward. How many of you want another sandwich for supper?" And every hand went up, and his was the first one to be raised. And I look at the mom, and I say, "I didn't think he'll eat bologna." And she just shrugged her shoulders. And I said, "Ma'am, he'll eat what you put in front of him if he's hungry." And so what happened is that mom saw, she was empowered. She saw that she has to be the authority in the home, and what she says goes, and if he won't comply, there's consequences. And if you tell a kid there's going to be consequences, you got to stick to your guns.
Sounds like a good load of tough love.
Yes, sir. It's exactly what it is.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a fantastic sounding program, and I hope parents and grandparents will respond to this and get involved in this. Is there a place they can call or a website they can go to get?
They can go to our website, www.proactiveparents.org, or they can call me at 864-320-4844. Just Google Proactive Parenting Initiative. If you go to YouTube, we're on YouTube, and that video is on there of our camp, and we just want to be a help.
Yep. Phone number again is what?
864-320-4844.
4844. All right, Jamie Murphy with Pro Parenting Initiative. It's been great to get this insight, and glad to know that it's happening, and I'm glad we had this opportunity to chat.
Thank you, Mr. Bishop. I appreciate the opportunity to be here.
And respond to this, parents and grandparents. If you have those situations you're dealing with and don't quite know what to do about it, this definitely could be the answer. And I'll be back here in just a moment.
It's a closing moving sale at Monograms and More. Get 10% off with free monogram. Get 20% off all baby clothing and accessories with free monogram. Super sale on John Wynn line featuring new and old inventory with up to 50% off. Store-wide sale going on now at Monograms and More while supplies last, and when it's gone, they're gone. Monograms and More, South Main Street in Rutherfordton. It's their closing moving sale. That's at Monograms and More.
The Arledge Law Firm and attorneys Gerald N. Willis, Kent Baldwin, and Martin Sherrard offer years of experience and expertise to provide a wide range of legal services, from real estate closings, Medicaid planning, asset protection, and probate, to litigation of any description. Call 287-3338 for a consultation, or visit them at 120 East Court Street in Rutherfordton. Gerald, Kent, Martin, and their staff stand ready to go to work for you.
There's a new face at Rutherford Children's Care to serve the children and the youth of Rutherford County. Dr. A.J. Grine joins our outstanding providers in examining, diagnosing, and treating patients from birth to age 21. Rutherford Children's Care is located at 162 Commercial Drive in Forest City, just behind Big Dave's Seafood. To schedule an appointment, call Rutherford Children's Care at 828-287-9325.
General Sherman was leaving Atlanta, 1865. After he burned it down, he was going out I-20. He gets on the Stone Mountain Freeway. He gets just outside of Stone Mountain, got 125,000 Yankee soldiers behind him. They're going by Stone Mountain. Suddenly they hear a voice. And they look up on top of Stone Mountain. There's one lone Confederate soldier standing on top of Stone Mountain, got his saber drawn. And he's talking real nasty to them, saying ugly things to the Yankees. And General Sherman calls a halt to his crowd, and he said, listen, we got to get this guy off here. It's bad public relations for us. Hell, we got CBS News with us, USA Today. Said, who's the toughest man in the outfit? They said, a fellow named Swartz from Minnesota is the toughest man we got. He said, send Swartz up there, get that Confederate off of there. Swartz goes to the top of Stone Mountain. He ain't there 5 minutes, he comes flying off the mountain. Hits and splats right in front of General Sherman. General Sherman said, send 10 men up there. And they send 10 Union soldiers to the top of Stone Mountain. Not a one lives to tell the story. General Sherman said, this is terrible, so we got to do something about this. He said, find the 150 finest men we got in this company and send them up there to get that rebel off the top of that mountain. 150 Union soldiers go to the top of Stone Mountain. Only one lives to tell the story. And he comes back off Stone Mountain, and he's bleeding from every portal of his body. Don't look good at all. And he walks up to General Sherman. General Sherman said, son, what's the story up there? And the soldier said, it's a trick, General Sherman. There's two of them.
Reaching 10 counties with the best variety of entertainment and information. This is AM 590, the Mighty 590, WCAB.
Have a wonderful weekend, folks. I hope you've enjoyed a few moments this morning. 3 hours, as a matter of fact. And we'll get back together Monday morning bright and early after we enjoy the weekend. So long, everybody. Be good to somebody. God bless America.
News. I'm Mike Rayleigh. President Donald Trump is set to meet his Russian counterpart. Zan Zigor is a foreign policy expert and says there is not a lot of time in these meetings, so expectations of something getting done is unrealistic. He adds that Vladimir Putin will be very prepared.
He makes it clear that he's been listening in on your conversations. He cites conversations that you have had to make you uncomfortable. He plays all sorts of psychological games.
An 11-year-old girl has died from injuries she suffered in a car crash that killed her father and brother about a week ago in Charlotte. Authorities say 34-year-old Ignatius Cordova swerved his Volkswagen Jetta into a lane and struck an oncoming